It's been a bizarre series, this one, Bruce. Who was to possibly predict what happened last night with Christian Cullen? Everybody thought the race was his from barrier one. He would lead, not be pressured and sort of run away with the race. But as we saw with the Rackleys, you might recall 3 years ago in the same race, he was beaten after leading. There's Christian Cullen in front. No real pressure on him, Bruce. Shaker Maker outside the leader, and a few of the other key runners back in the field. There's Courage Under Fire, second last on your screen in the light blue and white colours.
So setting this up, Christian Cullen, the super horse from New Zealand, had won 22 out of 30. Shaker Maker's won 23 out of 29 sitting outside of him, and Courage Under Fire has been beaten once in 25 starts, and that was at his last one. We've got about 600 to go, and what looked to be a procession turned out to be a thrilling finish.
Victoria Cup. Christian Cullen led 2 metres. Shaker Maker second, Saab third, Kaima Kid fourth. Now Safe and Sound going 3 wide. Holmes DG's out 4 deep. Tailor-Made Lombo 3 back the inside, then Breenys Fella. Kaima Kid coming out of the 1-1 as they head off the back. Christian Cullen led narrowly. Shaker Maker's nearly got level here. Kaima Kid's out 3 deep. Then Saab on the inside of Breenys Fella. A trouble back in the field. Courage Under Fire checked by Happy Asset. Shaker Maker's got his nose in front. 28.5 the third quarter. It's Shaker Maker ahead in front of Christian Cullen. Breenys Fella trying to get out Kaima Kid. It's Shaker Maker, Christian Cullen trying to come back. Shaker Maker and Breenys Fella running on. Shaker Maker, Christian Cullen. Breenys Fella swamping them. Breenys Fella and Craig Demmler. It's a blowout in the Victoria Cup. Breenys Fella's coming away. Breenys Fella wins it. Second, Shaker Maker, Christian Cullen third.
Well, great story. Teddy Demmler giving up the drive for his son Chris, and Breenys Fella we shouldn't underrate. The Inter-Dominion, now, I've been following it all my life as a kid. I mean, it's the Melbourne Cup of harness race. It's like the Australian Open today. But this is a series like none we've had before. No,
they've called it sort of an upmarket Inter-Dominion from the point of view that I guess they've catered for the elite horses, Bruce, with the structure of the points. So many more points for running in the Victoria Cup and the Hunter Cup as opposed to just the general Interdom heats. The endeavour is there to attract the best possible field for a $1 million purse. Whether they've achieved that, I don't know, but they've certainly, the results have set the scene for quite a remarkable final.
So that race last night was worth $250,000. We had a Hunter Cup a fortnight ago worth $400, and on the same night we've been having $50,000 heats. So I think the mix has been very successful. Christian Cullen, will he run in the rest of the series? The final's on in a fortnight's time.
I think we've seen not only the last of Christian Cullen in this series, but I think he will now be retired, Bruce. A couple of things with him after last night. I think his tendon played up again in the race, and that has been an ongoing problem for the last 12 months with the horse. And also he was coughing, Bruce, after the race, which is the signs that he may have caught a virus that his stablemate Cigar was wiped out of the series with.
And quickly with the places, who's the favourite for the final now after last night?
Probably take your pick, Courage Under Fire or Shaker Maker. Which way do you lean?
The draw, I think. It'll come down to the draw. I think they're very even.
Maybe Slug of Gins there with a top chance as well.
And we might see what happens next week. The Trotters series is run concurrently, and this last night they had the Australasian Trotters Championship as part of the series with $100,000. Lyell Creek successful. He dominated the race. We go to the last lap with him in front. Their final is next week worth $500,000. Creek, the freak they call him, he's won 14 out of 16. Is he one of the best you've ever seen, this horse?
I've never seen a trotter do what he has done in such a little period of racing. I saw him win a restricted class race at Christchurch in November, and then you could see there was something pretty special. He hasn't been beaten since then, and we're talking about him beating a field which included the past 2 Inter-Dominion winners, feature race winners everywhere. He's a handicapping certainty in the final and could go down as one of the greats of the sport.
Next is Homer Hawk. Third quarter, 28.7. Lyell Creek rounds the turn. 2.5 metres to Mountain Gold. In third spot, battling on special for Sundon's Way. And further out was Africa, but Lyell Creek, the freak in front with 100 to go. He's 7 or 8 metres clear of Sundon's Way. Another win coming up for Lyell Creek. What a performance and what a horse. Lyell Creek, 5 metres. Second home, Sundon's Way. Third home on the outside was Africa.
I'll tell you one thing, we've had bragging rights over New Zealand last year in sport, but not in harness racing and not in trotting. Their trotters are so much better than ours, it doesn't matter.
There was a time there where I wondered if Australia would have a finalist, and they run 14 in the final.
So next week, it's the $500,000 Trotters final, Lyell Creek long odds on, and the week after the $1 million Pacers final.
That's right. The little bonus next week is that Courage Under Fire and a few of the other big pacing guns will have to go around just to earn enough points to make sure they're in the pacing final.
Terrific stuff, Adam. They've had huge crowds out there. We'll see you here next week when we have a look and see if the freak continues on his winning way.
He will.
Good on you, mate. Adam Hamilton. There's a tip, Lyell Creek for sure in the Trotters final. A break, more coming up after this.